James Mitchell was born in the heart of a bustling city to John and Marie Mitchell, a couple who, despite their love for each other and their son, found themselves ensnared in the relentless grip of poverty. From a young age, James was acutely aware of their financial struggles. Their small apartment, located in a crumbling building on the edge of town, was often cold and drafty. The neighborhood, once vibrant, was now marred by decay and neglect. John worked multiple jobs, from early morning deliveries to late-night shifts at a factory, while Marie cleaned houses and worked as a cashier at a local grocery store. Their hard work was barely enough to keep them afloat. Despite their best efforts, the mounting bills and rent arrears made it increasingly difficult to maintain a stable home. James's academic prowess was a bright spot in their otherwise turbulent lives. He excelled in school, showing a keen interest in literature and science. His teachers noticed his potential and encouraged him, often praising his assignments and projects. Yet, at home, the constant worry of impending eviction loomed over him like a dark cloud. By the time James was 12, the strain on his parents became unbearable. The landlord, tired of their consistent late payments, issued an eviction notice. The family scrambled to find a new place to live, but with limited funds, their options were bleak. They moved from one temporary accommodation to another, staying with relatives, friends, and sometimes in dingy motels. The instability began to affect James's school performance. His once stellar grades slipped, and he struggled to concentrate in class. The uncertainty of where he would sleep each night and the lack of a quiet place to study took a toll on his education. Despite these challenges, James remained resilient. He found solace in reading, often escaping into books that transported him to different worlds. At 16, James faced his greatest challenge yet. His parents separated, unable to cope with the mounting pressure. His mother moved to a different city in search of better job prospects, while his father, overwhelmed and disheartened, left James to fend for himself. James was now completely on his own, with no immediate family support. The harsh reality of homelessness became his new existence. James's days were spent searching for food and safe places to sleep. He frequented local shelters, but the conditions were often harsh and the competition for resources fierce. His nights were spent in parks or sleeping rough in alleyways, trying to stay warm in the frigid winter months. Despite his dire situation, he clung to the hope that somehow things would improve. One bitterly cold December evening, James sat huddled on a park bench, wrapped in an old, tattered coat. He was reading a worn-out copy of To Kill a Mockingbird, which had become his constant companion. The park, usually a place of leisure, was eerily quiet and deserted. The biting wind made it difficult to focus, but James was determined to find solace in the book's pages. Mrs. Eleanor Thompson, a retired schoolteacher known for her charitable work, was taking her evening walk when she noticed James. Her keen eye caught the sight of a young man so engrossed in reading despite the harsh weather. Intrigued, she approached him, offering a warm smile and a friendly greeting. "Hello there," she said gently. "I couldn't help but notice how dedicated you are to your reading. It's quite impressive, especially in this weather." James looked up, surprised by the kindness of a stranger. He hesitated for a moment, but then shared his story with Mrs. Thompson. He spoke of his struggles, his education, and his determination to make something of himself, despite the overwhelming odds. Moved by his story, Mrs. Thompson offered him a warm cup of coffee from a nearby cafe. She listened attentively as James detailed his experiences, and her heart went out to him. After their conversation, she made a promise to help him. She explained that she was involved with several local organizations that provided support for homeless individuals and offered to connect him with resources that could make a difference in his life. True to her word, Mrs. Thompson introduced James to a local transitional housing program. The program provided temporary accommodation, counseling, and job training. With Mrs. Thompson's help, James was able to secure a spot in the program and move into a small but safe and stable environment. The transitional housing program was a turning point for James. For the first time in a long while, he had a consistent place to stay. The program also offered access to educational resources, including tutoring and mentoring. James was assigned a mentor named David, a former homeless youth who had successfully turned his life around and now worked to help others. David became an important figure in James's life. He provided guidance, encouragement, and practical advice. He helped James set academic goals and develop a plan to achieve them. David also connected James with additional tutoring and resources to support his education. With renewed hope and a stable environment, James began to rebuild his academic life. He attended tutoring sessions regularly, worked diligently on his assignments, and participated in study groups. His grades began to improve, and his confidence grew. The support from Mrs. Thompson, David, and the Transitional Housing Program gave him the strength to persevere. James's progress in his studies was nothing short of remarkable. His dedication and hard work paid off as he began to excel academically once more. The Transitional Housing Program provided a supportive community, and James found solace in the friendships he formed with fellow residents who were also working to improve their lives. The program staff recognized James's potential and encouraged him to apply for scholarships and academic programs. They helped him navigate the complex application processes and provided him with resources to strengthen his applications. James applied for several scholarships, writing compelling essays about his journey and the challenges he had overcome. During this period, James continued to work closely with David. They would meet regularly to discuss his progress and address any concerns. David shared his own experiences, offering practical advice and motivation. James also became involved in the program's community service initiatives, volunteering his time to help others facing similar challenges. One of the key moments in James's journey came when he received an invitation to participate in a prestigious summer program for high-achieving students. The program offered advanced academic courses and the opportunity to connect with peers from diverse backgrounds. James was thrilled at the prospect of participating, and with the support of his mentors, he prepared diligently for the program. The summer program was a transformative experience for James. He was immersed in a challenging academic environment, surrounded by students who shared his passion for learning. The program not only enhanced his academic skills, but also broadened his horizons and exposed him to new ideas and perspectives. James excelled in the summer program, earning accolades for his academic performance and leadership. He made lasting connections with peers and mentors who inspired him to pursue his goals with even greater determination. The experience reaffirmed his belief in his potential and fueled his desire to attend a top-tier university. As James prepared to enter his final year of high school, he set his sights on Harvard University. The prestigious institution represented the pinnacle of academic achievement, and James was determined to reach it. He worked tirelessly to prepare his application, crafting essays that detailed his journey from homelessness to academic success. The moment James had been waiting for finally arrived. One spring day, he received a letter in the mail from Harvard University. His hands trembled as he opened the envelope, and tears of joy filled his eyes as he read the words, "Congratulations. We are pleased to offer you admission to Harvard College." The acceptance letter was a culmination of years of hard work, determination, and unwavering belief in himself. James had achieved what many had deemed impossible. The news was met with celebration among his mentors, friends, and supporters, who had been a crucial part of his journey. At Harvard, James faced new challenges and opportunities. The academic rigor of the institution was demanding, but James embraced it with enthusiasm. He majored in sociology, focusing on social justice and advocacy. His personal experiences provided him with a unique perspective that enriched his academic pursuits. The application process was rigorous, requiring extensive documentation and personal statements. James poured his heart into his essays, recounting his struggles, triumphs, and the support he had received along the way. He highlighted his academic achievements, leadership experiences, and commitment to community service. James's hard work and perseverance began to attract attention. His story resonated with many, and he received offers of support and encouragement from various individuals and organizations. His teachers, mentors, and community supporters rallied behind him, advocating for his acceptance into Harvard. James quickly became involved in various campus activities. He joined student organizations focused on homelessness and social justice, leveraging his experiences to contribute to meaningful initiatives. He also participated in research projects and internships related to his field of study, gaining valuable insights and skills. Throughout his time at Harvard, James remained connected to his mentors and the transitional housing program. He often spoke at events and workshops, sharing his story and offering guidance to students who were facing similar challenges. His experiences and achievements served as an inspiration to others, demonstrating the transformative power of resilience and support. James's academic performance at Harvard was outstanding. He earned numerous accolades for his research, leadership, and community involvement. He was also recognized for his contributions to advocacy and social justice, receiving awards and honors for his efforts. As graduation approached, James reflected on his journey with a deep sense of gratitude. He had come a long way from the days of homelessness and uncertainty. His accomplishments were a testament to his determination, the support he had received, and the belief that even the most daunting obstacles could be overcome. Upon graduating from Harvard, James Mitchell embarked on a successful career in social advocacy and public policy. His work focused on addressing homelessness, poverty, and social inequality. He joined several organizations dedicated to creating positive change and used his platform to advocate for systemic reforms. James's experiences and insights made him a valuable asset in the field. He worked on policy initiatives, conducted research, and collaborated with community leaders to develop effective solutions. His passion for social justice drove him to make a meaningful impact, and his efforts were recognized with accolades and awards. In addition to his professional achievements, James continued to give back to the community that had supported him throughout his journey. He established a scholarship fund for homeless and disadvantaged youth, providing financial assistance and mentorship to help them achieve their educational goals. The scholarship fund aimed to empower young people facing similar challenges and offer them the support they needed to succeed. James also became a sought-after speaker and advocate. He spoke at schools, conferences, and community events, sharing his story and inspiring others to overcome their own obstacles. His speeches resonated with audiences, emphasizing the importance of perseverance, hope, and community support. James's legacy extended beyond his professional accomplishments. He was a symbol of hope and resilience, demonstrating that even the most challenging circumstances could be transformed into opportunities for growth and success. His journey from homelessness to Harvard was a powerful narrative that inspired countless individuals to believe in their own potential. As James continued to make a difference in the world, he remained deeply connected to his past. He frequently visited the transitional housing program and mentored young people who were facing similar struggles. His presence was a source of encouragement and inspiration for those who needed it most. James Mitchell's story is a testament to the power of determination, the impact of support, and the belief that dreams can be realized against all odds. His journey from homelessness to Harvard is a powerful reminder that with resilience, hope, and the right support, even the most daunting challenges can be overcome, and greatness can be achieved.